The Royal Enfield Bullet. Just saying the name is enough to bring out a sense of nostalgia, heritage, and timeless charm. For decades, this motorcycle has been more than just a two-wheeler. It has been a symbol of pride, a companion for long journeys, and for many, an emotion. And now, in 2025, Royal Enfield has taken that legacy and brought it into a new era with the launch of the all-new Bullet 250. In this video, we're diving deep into the 2025 Royal Enfield Bullet 250, exploring everything from its engine and performance to its design details, pricing, and why this motorcycle may just be the perfect choice for anyone looking for an entry point into the Royal Enfield family. So, let's start with the soul of this motorcycle, its engine. The 2025 Bullet 250 comes with a brand new 250cc single-cylinder, air-oil-cooled engine that is based on Royal Enfield's GA platform architecture. This is the same platform that powers the classic 350, Meteor 350, and Hunter 350, but tuned specifically for this quarter-liter version. The engine is smooth, refined, and built for a balance of performance and fuel efficiency. It produces around 22 horsepower and 23 Nm of torque, which may not sound like groundbreaking numbers, but this engine is all about delivering that classic thump and a usable power bend that's perfect for Indian roads and city riding. What really stands out is the refinement. Gone are the days of excessive vibrations on the handlebars, pegs, and seat that plagued the older Bullets. The J-Series engine has already proven its capability to be butter smooth even at higher RPMs, and the 250cc version continues that trend. You get that iconic thump but in a much more controlled and pleasant manner, making it an excellent bike for daily commutes and long weekend rides. The gearbox is a 5-speed unit, and Royal Enfield has worked on ensuring crisp shifts and a light clutch pull, making it beginner-friendly. The gear ratios are well spaced to allow you to cruise at 80 to 90 km/h comfortably without the engine feeling strained. And for a lot of Bullet lovers, that's the sweet spot, a motorcycle that feels relaxed at highway speeds but is equally easy to maneuver in crowded city streets. Now let's talk about the design, because let's be honest, the Bullet is not just a motorcycle, it's a style statement. The 2025 Bullet 250 stays true to its heritage with a silhouette that instantly reminds you of the original. You get the iconic teardrop fuel tank with hand-painted pinstripes, the round headlamp with chrome touches, the pea-shooter exhaust, and those long, flowing fenders. Everything about the design screams classic Royal Enfield. But look closer, and you'll notice that Royal Enfield has subtly modernized the bike. The fit and finish have been significantly improved compared to the older U-Series Bullets. The paint quality looks rich and deep, the chrome work is well executed, and the welds and overall build quality are top-notch. The instrument cluster now gets a semi-digital layout with an analog speedometer that maintains the retro feel but adds a small digital display for essential information like trip meter, fuel gauge, and clock. And yes, Royal Enfield is also offering its Tripper navigation pod as an accessory, so you can have turn-by-turn navigation on your Bullet without ruining its old-school charm. When it comes to ergonomics, the Bullet 250 retains its upright riding posture, which has always been one of its biggest selling points. The wide handlebars, forward-set footpegs, and a well-padded single-piece seat ensure that this is a motorcycle you can ride all day without feeling fatigued. The seat height is friendly at around 790 mm, which means even shorter riders can get both feet flat on the ground easily. The suspension setup is conventional telescopic forks at the front and twin shock absorbers at the rear, tuned to offer a plush ride that soaks up most road undulations with ease. Royal Enfield has also worked on making the Bullet 250 handle better. The chassis is stiffer compared to the older frame, and that translates to more confidence while cornering or riding at higher speeds. The bike feels planted and stable, which will be a big relief for riders upgrading from smaller commuter bikes. Braking duties are handled by a front disc and rear disc combo with dual-channel ABS as standard, which gives you ample stopping power and safety even in tricky conditions. Performance-wise, the Bullet 250 is not a speed demon, and that's not what it's built for. This bike is all about relaxed, Enjoyable rides. It will do 0 to 60 km per hour in around 4.5 seconds and can comfortably cruise at 90 to 95 km per hour all day. Push it, and it will touch 120 km per hour, but the sweet spot remains in the mid-range where the engine feels the most alive. And thanks to its fuel efficiency of around 35 to 38 km/L, you won't have to worry about frequent fuel stops either. Another major point to note is that Royal Enfield has worked on reducing maintenance costs and increasing service intervals, making the Bullet 250 an affordable bike to live with. The brand has an extensive service network across India and many international markets, so support will never be an issue. Let's move on to pricing, because this is where the Bullet 250 really shines. The 2025 Royal Enfield Bullet 250 is priced competitively at around 1 Indian rupee and 65 paise to 1.75 lakh ex-showroom, depending on the variant and color options you choose. This puts it in a very attractive position for riders who want the Royal Enfield experience but don't want to spend too much. And speaking of variants, the Bullet 250 will be available in multiple color schemes, including the traditional black with gold pinstripes, maroon, and some dual-tone options to cater to younger riders who want a bit more flair. The unique selling point of the Bullet 250 is its perfect balance of tradition and modernity. It retains the essence of what made the Bullet a legend: the design, the stance, the thump, while eliminating the old complaints of poor refinement, heavy maintenance, and lack of modern features. This is a motorcycle that appeals to both older enthusiasts who grew up dreaming about owning a Bullet and younger riders looking for a stylish, reliable, and affordable bike with character. In conclusion, the 2025 Royal Enfield Bullet 250 is not just a motorcycle, it's an evolution of an icon. It's for those who want a machine that tells a story, one that connects the past with the present. Whether you're a first-time Royal Enfield buyer or someone looking to add a second bike to the garage for those relaxed weekend rides, the Bullet 250 ticks a lot of boxes. If you've ever dreamed of owning a Bullet but were worried about refinement, maintenance, or budget, this might just be the perfect time to make the dream come true. The 2025 Royal Enfield Bullet 250 is here to carry the legacy forward, and it does so beautifully.